Hey, I'm Arden Kaywin, and welcome to the Pro Singer Success Collective. Today, we're going to be talking about how to win gigs and make money. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about how to win gigs and make money. And I know you guys are all thinking, like, what kind of little tips and tricks? Like, are there websites I can go to? Are there certain, forums and links? Is there like networking stuff? Like, how do I get my music heard? How do I, be able to get into that place where, like, I'm in front of all the casting directors if I'm a Broadway or an opera singer, right? And all of that exists, like, over here at the, like, 10-foot view, okay? And I want you to zoom out for a second, because the way that you win gigs and that you make money and maximize all those things that are down there, whatever the links are, whatever the network is, whatever the casting directors are, right? If we zoom out, the way that those things come to you is that your performances have to make an impact. They have to make an impact. Your job as a singer and performer is one thing. You have one job as a singer, and it is to make an impact on your audience. That's it. Okay? The reason that people are listening to your recordings, the reason that people will cast you in a show, the reason you'll get a standing ovation, the reason that people will continue to buy tickets to come see your tours is because your performances and your voice is making a big impact on them. When you think about the artists that you love, whose songs you will listen to over and over and over again, who you will pay $100, $200, $500 to go see on tour multiple times, it is because they have made an impact on you. Their voice and their performances have moved you in some way. And so if you want to win gigs and make money, your performances and your voice has to make an impact. So how? How do you do that? How do we do that? And it comes down to one very essential and very important thing. And that is, you have to have full ownership over your voice and your energy. So what does that mean? What does that mean? What does full ownership mean? It means that you trust your technique. It means that you trust your instrument. It means that you trust yourself to be vulnerable and be fully seen and heard in all of who you are, warts and all, to be able to just lay it all out there and connect with your sound, your essence, and the audience. It means that you trust that you can be that full open channel of energy of sound and energy of spirit, to be that open channel to connect with that audience. It means that you trust that your instrument and your technique will show up when you're that vulnerable and you're not thinking about it. It means that you trust that you are enough, that your talent is enough, that your voice and your sound is enough, that you are enough. That is what full ownership of your voice and your talent and your energy means. And do you notice how every single one of those things had the word trust in front of it? Because you cannot fully embody something if you do not trust that the parts of it will show up for you when you need it. And so in order to make an impact, you need to have full ownership over the scope of your voice and your talent every single time you open your mouth to sing. What I say to my singers all the time is this idea of being able to bring it whenever, anyone, anywhere, anytime, bring it. Because I have ownership. I know that those things are going to show up. I trust my body. I trust my voice. I can bust out a high note right now and I haven't even warmed up. And I'm not doing that to show off, you guys. I'm doing that to show you what is possible when you have full ownership. And I can walk into any audition, any performance, and knock the house down because I have that ownership, even if I haven't performed in a really long time. And this is something that is present for me. I haven't performed in a while because of other things. My energy is going towards you guys and teaching and empowering my studio. And I had an opportunity to go audition for something that I really wanted to do. Hadn't been to an audition because hadn't really cared to do that in a while. But you know why I can walk in there, own it, feel good about it, and get an offer to do the gig, which I am doing on June 10th, is because I have ownership. And with that ownership, I know that my performance is going to make an impact every single time, and it does. And I can call on that anytime I want to bring opportunities and income anytime I want. It's like a spigot that I can turn off and that I can turn on. And so if you want to be able to go out there and win gigs and make money, you got to know how to have that ownership so that you can turn that spigot on and off anytime you want. That requires full ownership and trust. So, what are the things that sabotage full ownership? Well, it's when you don't trust every single piece of this puzzle. What sabotages full ownership is when you don't trust your technique. If it's inconsistent for you, if it's unreliable for you, if you don't trust your instrument to show up for you when it counts in front of an audience, in an audition, in a recording session, that sabotages full ownership. When you don't trust yourself to be vulnerable, to be fully seen, that you're worried about what it will look like, what people will say, how people will judge you, that sabotages your ownership. Because you don't have that trust that you can be fully yourself, that you are enough, that you have your technique, you have your instrument. And if they don't like it, F them. When I show up to an audition with that, I will blow the roof off it every single time. Now, does that mean I get the gig every single time? No, of course not. But what it means is that more often than not, I am getting the gig and I am bringing the income. So you got to understand what sabotages full ownership is when you don't trust those things. And your energy and your sound are both taken sideways when you don't trust. If you don't trust your technique to be there for you, to deliver every single time, then when it's like a big opportunity for you in your career, now you're not in full ownership, you're in nerves, you're in some anxiety, and you get taken sideways. And then there goes the impact. How many times have you been in a situation, that you really want, that really counts for you, whether it's an audition or a performance or a showcase or whatever it may be. And you did fine, you did good. It was like 80%. But you know that it wasn't 100%. And guess what? The artists who are getting that opportunity that you wanted are the ones who know how to be at 100%. And so that energy and that sound that gets taken sideways because you don't have that full ownership affects your ability to be the most impactful performer in that moment. And without that impact, there goes the income. Because like we said before, impact equals income. You want to make good money with your singing, you got to learn how to make that impact every single time without forcing it, being authentic to yourself with a sound that is 100% unique to you. What that's called is talent on demand. And that is what the industry will pay you for over and over and over again if you can do it. And that takes ownership. Okay. And so if you are not winning gigs and making money, that is data right there telling you that your performances are not making a big enough impact. That is data telling you that you do not have full ownership over all of those pieces that I was just talking about. So if you are recognizing yourself in this and you are saying, wow, I'm going to get real honest with myself right now. And I do not have full ownership. And that's why maybe I choke or I don't quite do my best or I don't sing to my potential when I need to. Maybe that's why I put out a record and I only got like a couple thousand plays. Maybe that's why I'm putting myself out there for, soliciting for big management auditions and nobody is calling me back. It's because those things that you are submitting, your performances, your videos, the showcases you are doing are not making the kind of impact that those elite opportunities, that those high level managers want yet. Okay. That doesn't mean you can't get there, but it's just not where you are yet. You don't have to make yourself bad because of it. You can get really clear and really honest and be like, okay, if I want to have an elite singing career, if I want to win gigs and make money, then I need to fix the things that are preventing me from fully owning my instrument, my voice, and my talent and my energy so that I can go out there and make the biggest impact possible so that I can get these opportunities and get paid. So you need to just look at the data. If you're going on lots of auditions and you're not getting hired, you have an impact problem. If you're putting out lots of singles and you're putting out records and you're getting barely any listens, a couple thousand, 10,000, like that's not a lot, okay? Then you have an impact problem. Those recordings are not making the impact they need to. So they're just languishing. Because you know what happens when there's a performance that makes an impact, a recording that makes an impact. Like, what do you do when you hear something, you hear a new song or something, you're like, oh, you tell somebody, you tell your friend, or you forward it on to somebody, or you just listen to it over and over and over and over. And now that recording is getting hundreds of thousands, if not millions of plays. So if you're not having that experience, it's because your performance on that recording is not making an impact, not big enough to get you what you want. Okay. So it's time to get real and look at the data. The data is telling you that you have an impact problem, and so you have a choice. You can continue to blame all the other things. Oh, I don't have the right network. I don't have the right look. I don't have the right producer. I don't live in the right city. You guys, I love you, and you are so locked into your excuses. And I'm not here to sugarcoat your excuses anymore because you have data that is telling you otherwise. And the longer you stay in your excuses, the less motivated you will be to actually fix the real problem, which is that in order to win gigs and make money, you need to learn how to fix your impact problem so that you can go out there and make the biggest impact on the industry as possible. And that's what gets you paid. So it takes a lot of pieces to be able to build that full ownership. And if you had been able to do this on your own by now, you would have. And so that's what I am here to share with you, which is that you don't have to keep doing this on your own anymore. You don't have to keep trying to figure out all this stuff. When it comes to trusting your instrument, trusting your technique, trusting all those things that I talked about, there are so many things that take you sideways from being able to do that, whether it's a skill set thing in your technique, whether it's a mindset thing, whether it's a heart set thing in your artistry. Okay. And it can be really hard to try to figure all this out on your own. And I know most of you have been trying to do this all on your own and figure it all out. And it's just gotten you this far. And so if you're recognizing that you don't know what you don't know, and if you're going to keep doing what you've always done, you're just going to keep getting the same results that are cramping your impact and not allowing you to make money and have the life that you really want. And so if you'd like our help, to be able to get to the bottom of this impact problem and help you build full ownership, then I want you to book a call with us. And on this call, we're going to spend like about 45 minutes to an hour, and we're going to get really clear on what are all these issues that are preventing you from full ownership, from full trust, how it's impacting your career, the gap between where you are and where you want to go, and the exact strategy that I will share with you that we've used with countless other singers who were just like you to be able to bust through all that, create full ownership so that they know exactly what they need to do to get from where they are to where they want to go. And so if I think I can help you, then I will share with you what that looks like. And if you'd like our help to do that, then we can talk about it. And if not, that's okay too. But the bottom line is you need to get really honest with yourself and decide if you're ready to stop doing what you've been doing and get help to be able to create full ownership, make full impact, so you can go out there and actually make money and a fulfilling career doing it. So you can click the link to book a call. If you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be on the screen. You can just click the link to book a call after this video. Or if you're on Facebook, the link will be in the chat at the bottom. On the call, we're just going to have a conversation. It's really about clarity. Now, this call is not for everyone. So if you've been relating to what I'm saying and you think that this might be right for you, here I have two very strict categories of who this is for. Okay. This call is for singers who are real singers, who are serious singers, who have a lot of training, who have talent, who are out there seriously walking the walk and doing the things in their career to be able to get where they want to go. So you are auditioning, or you are making records, or you are out there performing and hustling and putting yourself out there, and you're just not seeing the results of all of that in the form of the successful career that you really want. This is not for you if you just want to sing better at karaoke or at church or, at your cousin's wedding, okay? But if you are a serious singer and you are out there hustling and you are just not seeing the results, then odds are you probably have an impact problem, and we can fix that. The second thing is that you must be willing to invest time and money and energy to have that elite career. Can't tell you how many singers, they say that they want this big, beautiful dream, but they are not willing to invest the time, the money, or the energy to have it. And so if you are not willing to invest to have the career that you want, then I cannot help you. But if you are a serious singer and you are willing to invest time and money and energy to finally have the career that you've been waiting for, then don't overthink it. Book a call with us. We will get you sorted so that you don't have to feel this angst and this struggle anymore of feeling like you're doing all of this stuff and you just keep hitting a wall. We can fix an impact gap. And all you need to do is book a call with us so we can explain to you how we would do that, find out your unique issues, and see if it's a fit. And if it is, great. And if it's not, that's okay too. So use the link on the screen on YouTube after the video is over, or look in the chat on Facebook, book a call with us if you meet those qualifications. And I really look forward to helping you guys solve this impact gap problem. I hope this has been informative for you today, and I will see you next time on the Pro Singer Success Collective. Bye. Hey guys, thanks for tuning into today's episode. If you want to subscribe, click the link right over there that says subscribe. And if you want to book a breakthrough session with me, which you absolutely should do, then click the link right over here that says book a call to schedule an appointment to speak with us. I'll see you on the next episode.